So, who we sitting here with? What's up, man?
What up, dog?
Nah, shit. I'm trying to act like I ain't been over here for a couple hours chopping it up.
Yeah, like you haven't known me for fucking, 15 years?
Yeah, long ass time, man. Why don't you tell these people who you are, where you from?
Well, I'm sure if they're watching this, they probably got a good idea of who I am. Ed Hardee, freestyle god. You know, it's a guy around the way. Did a 10-minute freestyle one time. I heard it. I thought it was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But I thought I could do better.
Yeah.
And I thought the world deserved to hear that, to see that, to know that.
That's what's up.
So I had to show that.
Yeah. So, like, how'd you get into rapping? Like, what made you want to actually, like, do this, pursue this?
So it was never a really, I want to do this type thing. Like, for instance, you know, as a kid growing up, I saw careers that were out there, found an interest. Fifth grade is where I kind of was like set on, I want to be an attorney.
Yeah.
Good money. I'm great at arguing. Have sound logic. I had all the traits of what would make for a damn good attorney. So, and before that, I wanted to be a marine biologist. It wasn't until I was in high school, I was 16, and I was kicking it in HP, Highland Park, throw them foes up. Oh man, you know, most of the time, it was just always my homies just freestyling. You know, the first time actually I ever seen a freestyle, it was a Lil Boosie freestyle. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Nah, which one?
See, I'm a motherfucking thug and I love my city. I love them pretty titties. I love them sick ass dickies. You know I'm thugged out.
Yeah.
You ain't heard that one?
Nah, yeah, I heard it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So yeah, I saw that. Actually my cousin showed me that, and that might have been the first time that I was like exposed to real like authentic like hood rap that wasn't commercialized, so to speak. You know what I mean? And yeah, it was a freestyle, and so basically it was just one random day. It wasn't like, you know, I was like going into the day like, oh, today I'm going freestyle. No, it was like, you know, my homie Head, shout out Grapevine, free the homie. He's actually who gave me the name Ed Hardee. Cause you know, my real name's Edward. But on this one day in particular, he's like, man, let the white boy spit, man. Ed, you spit something, And I'll never forget, man, they threw on the beat, it was Pussy Money Weed by Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I love that song.
And so I was like, all right. And I had never even tried to freestyle prior to this moment. Yeah, and so I just took off, man, probably about 15 seconds into the beat type shit. You know, I kind of felt it and then just started going. And it was like letting a fucking lion out of a cage that you didn't even know was in there. And nobody everybody's just, man, they were so fucking just shocked and befuddled that I don't even think their heads kebabbed. And I couldn't even, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even know like how they were receiving it. You feel me? Because it was just like me kind of in a flow state, right? Just kind of blacking out, just letting it go.
Yeah.
And it literally I went the whole beat till the beat stopped. And as soon as the beat stopped, he said, whoo, that white boy goes hard.
Yeah.
I'm going to call you Ed Hardee.
Yeah.
And he said, and then my homie DP, shout out DP, he said, oh, that white boy finna be rich. And so from that point on, man, luckily for my homies that really like, you know, seen the potential and the talent that was already there, they kind of pushed me to pursue it and was like, nah, like you really got a shot at this. Like, you could really be, they in their head, they thought, man, this motherfucker's literally been practicing for this moment type shit and just didn't never let nobody know. And that wasn't the case, man. It was to the point of I had to trace back how I even did it because I was shocked. And so this is true story, straight facts. I figured it out. So my mom was a teacher, right?
Yeah.
And I was her firstborn. Pops wasn't around. And she had me at 22 when she was just graduating. And so I was kind of like her little project to for her to get comfortable enough to teach a class. She kind of practiced on me. So how she did that is first she started off by, and her way to prepare me for kindergarten, she had me she started me off with Dr. Seuss books to kind of, you know, rhymes kind of help with the, you know, the process of, for some reason, I don't know technically what you would say, why it helps to, for memorization, I guess, so to speak, for words. But, you know, I say all that to say I had basically read every Dr. Seuss book before I even got to kindergarten.
Yeah, so
you know, the
nursery
first
rhymes.
Yep, and I remember the first time I completed a book without any help, reading it to my mother. It was Green Eggs and Ham.
Nice.
And so that would, in combination with my grandmother was a band director, and she was the band director at the same school that my mom taught at. And so my mom, just to make ends meet, she would, you know, teach the regular school day, and then after school let out, there's a program called ESP. They send Oscar. Shh, you're on a podcast right now.
He's good.
I know, but hey,
trying to
say
get
hey
some
to the
screen time.
camera.
Yeah,
Just
he's
chill
good.
out. So back to what I was saying. My grandmother's band director. My mom would do the extended school program after school. So I would go home with my grandmother after school let out. And my grandmother had a room of just instruments at her house. Piano, trumpet. And these are instruments like that I taught myself how to play. Just, you know, from I'm the only kid there. There's a room full of instruments. I didn't have like a fucking Game Boy or no shit like that at this point. So what my fascination, out of all the instruments I was surrounded with, right, I had a fascination with one thing. Matter of fact, I've got it. Can I go grab it real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Look, this is this is literally partially where it all started. So this right here, this is the exact one from when I was a kid.
Metronome.
A metronome.
Nice.
See this is this is where I learned how to flow. I had the rhyming down, complimentary of Dr. Seuss, and this complimentary of, I don't know who the fuck makes this, but nonetheless, this was sitting on the piano, and so what you could do, I figured out how to do it myself.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And it has listed on here all the different BPMs. So like, you got your Largo, basically from 40 up to 200.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you could adjust it.
Yeah.
And bro, I would literally just put it on each, I would just go down until I almost kind of developed this sort of savant, idiot savant type of thing to where I literally, my brain just kind of absorbed
you got
the timing down.
Like an internal metronome.
Right,
Yeah.
because it was, man, some autistic type shit.
Yeah.
You know, just this little fucking weird kid sitting at the piano, not playing the piano, but playing the measurements.
Yeah. I
Right?
got you.
So, but it's not like I'm sitting there as like a kindergartner thinking, oh, I've got rhymes, I got this, and I'm gonna be a rapper one day.
Yeah.
Nah, it was like, those were just two things I was interested in. And then when it came down to the day they put me on the spot, asked me to freestyle, it must have just, that was the time
Just
where
clicked.
it just, it had
Yeah.
synchronicity.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's what kind of, I guess, was how I could justify how I could just do that at the, you know what I mean, without practicing ever.
Yeah.
So that's
Man.
kind of where it started.
So like a lot of people don't know, I actually put the first video of you rapping on YouTube.
Yeah, man, you sure as hell did. And the funny thing is that I didn't even know this motherfucker was recording me.
Yeah.
I literally, like, because this was, so yeah, I had, at first I was just freestyle. After I figured out, you know, from that day that I could freestyle, and the homies were like starting to encourage me to start practicing and keep doing it, you know, I eventually got to a point where I was like, all right, let me write some shit. And so the first thing that I had like written, I had Rando over at the crib. And who else was there? Do you remember who was there?
I think I was with Steven.
Okay. Hey, shout out Steven.
Yeah.
Steven Hoare.
He's also a whore.
And that's really his name, right?
Yeah. But with an H.
Yeah. So, yeah, they were over there, and man, honestly, I should kind of be flattered by it, because I guess you thought it was so good that you had to record it, right?
Yeah, shit. I was like, this shit's fixing to happen. I knew, like, as soon as I heard it, I was like, this shit's good, you know, like.
Enough to where you was like, I need to save this moment in time, right? Yeah.
And I know, like, around that time, like, when I was coming around, like, it was just constant with you, like, you was just.
Because then I came obsessed.
You was hammering it and hammering it and hammering it. And then the thing happened that kind of set you on a path to stardom, basically, you know.
Till I kind of dropped the ball, which I will admit, I dropped the ball. I basically traded my obsession for the art for my obsession of the lifestyle that came with it.
Right.
Which is where I kind of, you know,
I think a lot of people get caught up in that.
Yep. And then a bad management contract.
Yeah.
Fuck you, you know who you are. I'm not even going to give you the publicity. And that's why you've lost every NFL player that you've ever represented. And your ass won't come back to America. But nonetheless.
Well, let's just backpedal a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the video and like how it came about. Like.
Oh, but before we get to that, though, tell them how real I was. After the video that you're about to, I'm assuming, talk about.
Yeah.
After that blew up, how real was I in knowing that you had that first actual video of me?
Well, like the whole thing.
I'll let you explain what.
The whole thing kind of like took off, and I didn't see you for hell. It might have been 6 or 8 months or something.
I was gone.
I was just at a party. I don't even know where at, and you happened to just pop up out there, and I didn't even think I was probably ever gonna see you again. And you came up on me, and we was chopping it up, and you was like, I had no idea about monetization or nothing about that, and you was like, man, you need to monetize this video. It, you know, get you some money off that. You need to do that, man. Blah blah blah.
Because I had just because I didn't know either prior to that video being uploaded. I had no idea that, you know, monetization on a YouTube channel was a thing. I didn't know you could make money from it. All we knew was that potentially it could go on Worldstar Hip Hop, and then from there. But see. We also knew that you had to pay to be on Worldstar, but they would pick certain shit, and so.
But you knew, man, because I think you called me like after it was done. I don't know.
This shit finna go on
I don't know
Worldstar.
if you had sent it already, but you was like, "We're sending this to." I just freestyled for 15 minutes, bruh. We're about to send this to Worldstar.
So let me
it's
tell
gonna
you.
go viral. And I swear, like I went to sleep, and like the next day, it was everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. It was actually. So I got like 400 something thousand views within the first 24 hours.
Yeah.
And so I didn't send it to Worldstar. What happened was there's a guy, shout out Dominique Neek CKDO. Man, he's always been so savvy like with social media. You know, he knows like, you know, most people follow the star, right? The one but nobody really checks for the guy that helped get that person there, right? Well, this guy was very thorough, and he found a guy named Romeo at Worldstar. So, like, for instance, a guy like that is the guy behind the scenes at Worldstar that maybe has only 4,000 followers.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier to gain access to.
He just shot it directly to him.
Right.
Yeah.
So he sent the YouTube link, because I just uploaded on YouTube. And then from there, he took that YouTube link, sent it to the Romeo at Worldstar guy. And man, I woke up that morning that it hit Worldstar, because it had been on my YouTube page for one day, and then it went on Worldstar the next day.
Yeah.
So, cause he got the link, cause I sent my homie Neek the link of the YouTube video right after it had been uploaded, and so then he must have just sent it directly from him receiving it, watching it. He sent it to that guy, so then it pops up the next day in the morning. So I honestly was like, I had no idea like if it was gonna go on there, if so, when it would go on there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I woke up to not my alarm on this morning. I woke up to, because at this point, you know, I maybe had like 1,000 followers on Twitter, like 1,200 or something like that. Maybe like on Instagram, I might have had shit like 800 type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, but
just some basic shit.
Right.
Like,
for someone who's never had any content out there though, it's, you know what I mean, 800 to 1,000. You could tell that motherfucker was on homecoming court in high school. Right. He's the popular guy. Yeah. You feel me? He definitely wasn't eating fucking lunch in the bathroom type shit. You feel me? So I wake up because my phone goes da-ding, 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 da-ding. Bro, I swear to God, it did it to a point of it just shut off. I don't know, iPhone, what year was that? What iPhone was it out?
I don't even remember.
Maybe
There's
like,
so many of them now.
Maybe it might have been like iPhone 6, some shit like that.
Yeah.
But the motherfucker just cut off.
Yeah.
I just look, I'm like, the fuck? So I restart my iPhone, and the first thing I seen was, it was a Twitter notification that said, just watch that at Ed Hardee freestyle, and that white boy kills it. Hashtag Worldstar. And I seen that. I said, oh shit, I'm on Worldstar, bitch.
Yeah.
And I hadn't even pulled up like the video on Worldstar yet. It was just me reading it. I didn't even unlock my phone yet. I just seen it across the screen, and I ran downstairs because the where it was shot was the apartment on the first floor directly under me. And so I ran down the 3 flights of stairs, banged on my homie's door, and I said, I'm on Worldstar, bitch. He said, oh, we made, I said, oh, I made it, but yeah, cuz, but we on that bitch. You in the video?
Yeah.
And so, man, shout out to Willie D, man. Shout out to Richard, man, Eric Petey Wheat, all the motherfuckers that was there that day. Man, yeah, we just shit. I don't think anybody went to work that day.
I wouldn't have went to work either.
And I'm sitting there
probably
thinking,
quit my motherfucking job.
right, but rightfully so for me, right?
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know why y'all
motherfuckers
is y'all still gonna have to work.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, and so yeah, after it had been on Worldstar, I take that back, bro. I did end up going to work that day. I did. Because at the time, I was that same program that I was telling you my mom worked after school, the extended school program. That's what I was working at the time because obviously, you know, mama helped me get a job, you know, because I was in college. But I had dropped out right before this video came out because I just knew, you feel me? I was at MTSU for recording industry management, which at the time was the third best program in the nation, right?
The RIM program, that's what they're known for.
One
of the things.
But it got to a certain point, though, where I realized I'm competing in this it was a very competitive program, like, no bullshit, which rightfully so. I mean, Music City's 30 minutes up the road, right?
Yeah.
So
I think Tay Keith came out of there.
He did. Yep. Yeah. Shout out Tay Keith. He actually stayed in and finished that motherfucker. He got his degree, but he didn't get it in rent. That's how competitive that program is. He got it in music business. He didn't get it in the RIM program.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And that's what I realized though going into it. And it's not like I wasn't, you know, academically there, you know, school was always easy to me. Yeah. But I just realized that I'm sitting around all these, you know, basically band nerds that their whole life was just studying and making sure that, you know, they were solidified in the program, right? But I'm like, man, there's so many talented people out there.
Yes.
There's a whole other side that really is, it's definitely just as, but maybe even a little more important, which is fucking getting heard, making it, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, these motherfuckers graduate with this nice little degree that looks great and all that shit, and you know, it opens up a few doors, but they're not gonna know what to do with that once they get out into the field, because all they've done is had their nose in fucking books, and they didn't hit the ground running. You really, I'm a firm believer, you gotta hit the streets with the shit. You gotta jump out the porch and experience.
You gotta have experience in the field.
So I was like,
anything.
Right. So I was like, man, fuck that. If I really believe in myself, and all these people are telling me, you know, what they think about it, and it's all like this, you know, fuck it. Yeah. I'm plan A, fuck plan B. I'm going with this shit because I want it that bad. If it don't work, then I'm fucked either way.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be miserable with, you know, some bullshit job that I'm like, well, you know, I didn't become famous. So yeah, man, I was just working at that job. So back to where we're at.
Well, after you woke up and after everything had
celebrated for a little, went to work.
And then what were the events that followed that? Like what happened?
Gotcha.
What came
I'll tell
from
you.
that?
So
like in the days and weeks, months to follow.
Well, no, this on the exact day that it hit Worldstar, that my phone was blowing up with notifications so crazy, and it was because I did. There's one thing that I will give credit to myself that was just. It was the total difference maker, and the whole shit was I watermarked the video just like how Worldstar had watermarked their videos, where you would see Worldstar hip hop on the, like, embedded in the video, right?
Yeah.
So I put, follow me on Twitter at Ed Hardee, and that's so key because just think about it. If that were to hit, but nobody knew where to contact me or anything,
or
bro.
Even who you were.
Yeah, it wouldn't have fucking mattered at all, right?
Yeah.
So, anyway, that happens, and my phone had been blowing up so much that I didn't even see that T-Pain had tweeted at me. And so the first thing I come across, hush.
He's good.
The first thing I come across, and just to, was, here's the tweet. Let's see. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. I just want to be precise. You can edit out the.
You good? No, I'm gonna leave it all in there.
All right.
I needed to know the time anyway. I've been wondering.
Gotcha. Let's see. So I'm gonna pull it up. I'll let you read it.
Let's see. This is T-Pain. Looks like a tweet.
Yeah.
He said, "Ain't even mad. It 2 minutes into this Ed Hardee freestyle, and I've already decided I'm not putting out my mixtape until he's on it. Real talk."
All
Teddy
right.
Payne.
So I hadn't even seen this.
Yeah. Yeah, I can.
Y'all follow me on IG.
You can send me a screenshot, and I'll edit it in there if you want.
Perfect. So I didn't even know that tweet had been made, right?
Yeah.
But I seen in my DMs that another guy named Young Cash,
Yeah.
who's, best friends with T-Pain, Nappy Boy Entertainment, all that. I just knew that he was like the first blue check mark person that had sent me a message, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so
He's
basically,
on the Yo Gotti Pure
Pure
Cocaine
Coke.
song. Yeah.
Yeah.
When it rain, I call it Thunderbirds.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I knew I was familiar with him because of that song, right?
Yeah.
And so I seen it, I was like, oh shit. So I sent him my number. And I get a call maybe. Now mind you, I'm at work, bro. Like literally I'm in a gymnasium with 100 kids from kindergarten, ranging from kindergarten to 6th grade. They're playing dodgeball and shit, and I'm hyped. So I'm out there just pegging motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm crunk.
Yeah.
And then I get a call, and I answer the phone, and I say, hello? And he said, Young Cash goes, what up, bro? It's Young Cash. I got my bro T-Pain on the line. I said, who? He said, T-Pain. I said, who? He said, T-Pain. I said, who? He said, and then T-Pain goes, T-Pain, bro, T-Pain. I said, oh, shit. And then the kids start looking, they see me, because I'm like, what's up, T-Pain? And literally a gymnasium full of kids just throwing dodgeballs everywhere. Yeah. Silent. Watching. Now, if you're out there and you're a future educator, do not do as I did in this moment, but you probably won't get a call from T-Pain anyway, so you won't have to worry about it. But, so yeah, man, basically we just start talking. He's like, I know that after this, there's gonna be a lot of people trying to holler at you, but you know who you wanna roll with, right? I said, Nappy Boy, we the best.
Yeah.
And he booked me a flight, and then from there, it just kind of, my life, like people say, the whole overnight success shit, yeah, it does happen so fast that it looks like that. But also, man, you can attest to this, bro. It was not an overnight fucking thing, right?
Yeah, it's a constant grind.
Yeah, the way that I got to being able to freestyle at such an elite level like I can is because my homie would wake me up. Once I decided to drop out of school, right? My homie would wake me up every morning. Because I could, man, well, for one, I hardly sleep ever.
I know that.
Yeah,
you're on no sleep right now.
I'm on no sleep right now. I've been up since 9 a.m. yesterday. Yeah, and I know most people will say, yes, because I do have ADHD. I do take Adderall. But nonetheless, I don't even need an Adderall, and I'll be up for 3 days just because I'm a psycho. Like, I can't turn my brain off.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, so I could, if once I do finally get sleep, like once somehow it just overwhelms me to where I'm out of it, man, I sleep a whole day.
Yeah.
And so my homie wasn't gonna let me do that though. He's like, man, nah, you feel, you're going to school for free in the third best program in the nation for what you're doing. Like, if you're gonna trade that to do this, you're gonna do it. Shout out DP again. So he would wake me up by blowing a shotgun in my face.
Yeah, that's how
I'll wake up and he'd be like, let's go. Time to hit it. And and he had found these these beat compilation videos on YouTube that would be like 4 to 5 hours. And I would just I would freestyle 4 hours straight. Now, I'm talking about like, for real, if I had to piss, I'm freestyling, walking in the bathroom, pissing, and still freestyling. Like, my whole objective was to learn how to flow so smoothly that it would be impossible for me to fuck up. Because that's what most people run into that makes it, that's why the shit seemed like so unrealistic to people that I could just do that, and why Worldstar was like, shit, we putting this on here for the free.
Yeah.
Because it was like, I had literally put in the work to be able to seamlessly freestyle, like, without fucking up. Because what my focus was, I'm sorry, I gotta itch my nose, man.
You good.
You can edit or keep it. I don't give a fuck.
You good.
I feel like there's a booger somewhere in there, but
I'll
spare y'all that one. Could be. Shit. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, man, I just I focused on why is it that people will be flowing for solid 6 bars, but then all of a sudden it come to bar 7 and they'll be like, cat, rats, I ran out of words that rhyme. Or so I figured out how to, because there's only so many words that rhyme with each other, right? Yeah. So what I did was figure out how to make it not noticeable that I fucked up, which was by transitioning the rhyme scheme with the flow schematically to where it just became like a constant flow state.
Yeah.
It would be, my goal and objective was to make it impossible for me to fuck up. I would have to try to fuck up. Yeah. If I was gonna fuck up.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's just natural.
Right. I put that emphasis. I put emphasis on that, and at this point I find it a little cliche when people like bring up you put 10,000 hours into anything you can master it. Yeah, true. But same time though, go ahead, try and put 10,000 hours into dunking a basketball, bitch. If you 5'5", it ain't gonna happen. Yeah. So you feel me?
Yeah, unless you lower that goal.
Right. So a part of it was already in me. No diddy. Yeah. So
so other than like T-Pain, like who else like retweeted? Because I know I think I seen Chris Johnson.
I'm gonna say
and other people. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say Hobson because there was a lot of other people, but when Hobson tweeted at me, that one probably at the time meant the most to me. Yeah. Reason being, and at this point, Hobson wasn't signed to a major label or anything like that, but he was still underground, slaying. And people that knew, right? Yeah. But why I was so proud of it was because he was so critical of every fucking rapper. I mean, he did Lil Wayne, you know what I mean? The motherfucker just went in on everybody too. I don't think until he had shouted me out, like, bro, I don't think he ever said anything positive about any rapper, bro. Yeah. And
that's the thing that a lot of rappers don't do. They don't they won't admit they're fans of certain people.
Yeah, why
out
I'ma
loud,
just glaze somebody else?
Yeah, because it makes them. I don't know if it makes you. They think
Right.
it makes you look weak and stuff. But I think everybody, if you're in this, you started out as a fan first.
Right, and it's kind of like
You know?
like J. Cole, for instance, right? Like, he ain't out here just dissing folks, you know what I
No.
mean? That ain't even part.
I'm sure he has a favorite rapper though.
Right,
all-time
right, but he
favorite
ain't just up there like, man, this dude did it.
Yeah,
right?
dick riding out loud. But
Right,
it's
exactly.
like, you could maybe, if somebody asks you, which
Then he'll tell,
if you was
yeah.
in a private setting maybe with him, I'm
But
sure
he ain't
would
just
give
going.
it up. Yeah.
Nobody's just going out of their way to be like, hey, this motherfucker right here.
Yeah. I get it.
And this is the tweet that.
Yeah. Man, boom.
Should we explain what happened, why the angle's different?
Yeah, the gimbal went dead, so we had to set something else up to get this shot. But anyway, yeah, let me see that.
Yeah,
that
our real authentic, non-edited podcast just went to shit.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna have to be edited now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the Hobson tweet, it says, "Man, I'm listening to this dude Ed Hardee. He goes in for real. He has raw talent." Hobson.
Yeah, so, man, when I seen that, I was like, oh shit, like, cause it takes a little bit of arrogance in a sense to be the person who's like, yeah, I could fucking make it. You know what I'm saying? Out of all these people out there that's talented, it's gonna be me.
Well, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is gonna believe in you. You know
Right,
what I'm
but
saying?
so yeah, seeing this from him of people is what really solidified it. I'm like,
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I'm in there. I've got what it takes.
Yeah.
Period. Like, I already knew the shit, but just now I know even more. It's like, I'd have to try to fuck this up.
Yeah. So the video goes viral on Worldstar. Mm-hmm. All these celebrities and stuff are retweeting it, sports stars and all that. And T-Pain flies you out. I know you got some endorsements and stuff like that.
Spray Ground, shout out Spray Ground.
But so and earlier you were obviously had some animosities towards somebody about like a deal you signed. Would you care to go into that?
As far as what, like my old management?
Like how it happened, what
so, yeah,
how you got screwed,
Yeah, so basically, man, it was, look, I take full accountability, man. For one, and I'm not even gonna blame it on this part, I was 19, you know what I mean? But really what it was is in my head, I'm like, I don't even though I wanted to be a lawyer since 5th grade till I figured out I had this talent, or whatever, you would think I'd be the person that actually reads their fucking contract. But in my head, I'm like, I ain't even waste my time with this shit. I was probably drunk too. You feel me? I get picked up from the airport. This is by who I would end up signing the management contract with. I'm picked up now mind you, just to give some backstory, the car that I had from high school had recently got totaled probably 3 months prior to this. So I was riding a bike to work. So I get picked up from the airport in a Range Rover by an NFL player. Shout out Marcus Thomas. Played for the Broncos. Fucking one of the best defensive tackles you'll ever see. Go look him up. He was on that Tim Tebow Florida Gators team.
Yeah,
You feel me?
Yeah,
Led the D-line in tackles.
Yeah.
So he picks me up with, his entourage of people. There's a camera on me, and the song that was playing was Future, Chosen One. And when you make it from the bottom, you the chosen one.
Yeah.
So I'm like, shit, I ain't reading shit, bitch. I'm finna be a millionaire anyway, so if I get screwed over in a contract, you feel me? Like, nobody's career ever just ends because of
they're getting a bad deal.
Contractual issue, right?
Yeah.
It's because they decide to let it fuck with them to the point of not wanting to pursue the career anymore.
Yeah.
So I was like, shit, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Like, yeah, sure, I'll sign it. This my new car right here, bro. Yeah, but You feel me? I'm gonna be rich. If I gotta get out this shit, I'll get out of it.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah. Right now, this is where I'm at, and I ain't asking no questions. I'm just going with the flow. You know, I didn't have my own entertainment attorney to even, cause you know I don't have money right now.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to the bag.
Yeah.
And what I needed was an entertainment attorney, and dumb, foolishly, I allowed that attorney, the same one who wrote the contract, who was with them, be the one to look over the contract that he wrote and say, yeah, you should sign this.
That sounds like a
It sounds like a
conflict of
great
interest.
deal.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, all right, cool.
Yeah. I wrote it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you did a damn good
It's
job.
solid. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's solid. Yeah.
Come on, I know you. I can trust you.
Yeah,
You
just-
seem trustworthy.
Just give us your soul, and that's all we want.
Shit, it's a white guy in Birkenstock.
Yeah, that sounds like the devil to me. Shit.
Yeah, she ain't never lied. Fuck you, Brad.
Yeah.
Brad Gibson. To be exact.
So
Fuck your career.
So what you got going on right now, like currently?
So man, cause I'll be fully transparent with y'all. So in addition to what I had said, with that being said, I did get discouraged once I found out that 60% of my shit was being taken from somebody else, and I was making a good enough amount of money that I noticed for about a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
It was a 6-year contract, and man, when I found that out, because of, you know, what progressively led to me being cognizant of the reality of what my situation was I ended up getting too wrapped up in the lifestyle, so my production slowed down. So obviously what goes hand in hand with that is less money's coming in. So I finally got to a point where I'm like, oh shit, I'm damn near getting broke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then I had to go back to the drawing board and see, like, what? All right, let's check the file. Sober up, Ed, and let's figure this shit out. And then I did, and the feeling in my stomach after seeing what was really happening, I was like, fuck this. Like, I left. I was living in Florida at the time. And, you know, shout out to Marcus and Chris. They were, you know, they were a part of it too, but they have been taken advantage of by this guy who I'm still not gonna name him because I don't want him to gain any type of publicity, because fuck him. You know who you are. Fuck you. So yeah, I still love them, and you know, I'm still gonna fuck with Marcus and Chris forever, because they, you know, they couldn't really control it, but they tried their best to, you feel me? Like, so I still rock with them and forever will.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, but after that though, I left, came back home, and just, man, I was just, shit, it was like I allowed myself to be depressed about the shit, and what came with that was more drugs and alcohol to kind of mask that feeling. You know, like most people that are addicts, it was like putting a Band-Aid on a wound that needed stitches.
Yeah.
And it sucked all of my creativity out, because I couldn't think about anything but how I just got royally fucked in my ass with no lubrication, and it hurt.
Yeah.
It wasn't no male G spot where I was getting fucked.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, but every now and then I'd have like a good day where I do some dope shit, and that's why if you look at my channel, my YouTube channel, you'll see where there was like, okay, oh, he's coming back, and then fall back down, you know.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until, man, honestly, just recently where, man, I quit doing drugs. You know, I still smoke weed, still take my prescription Adderall. But yeah, I finally kicked all the other shit though, which was really clouding my mind.
Yeah.
And man, I'm more energized than ever. I'm as energized as I was when I started the grind out. You feel me? Like before the video hit and went viral.
Yeah.
I'm back to that. And I promise y'all, I ain't fucking leaving this time. I'm going for what I was made, destined to do, and that throne that has my fucking name on it, I'm finna sit on that bitch. No Diddy.
Yeah. Well, hell, it's probably almost time to wrap this up. You got anything you want to plug? Like any projects you working on? Anything right now?
Nah, other than I am the plug.
The plug.
For fucking the illest music that basically what honestly just stay tuned to, for one, his channel. Obviously it's my partner.
Yeah.
Been rocking with. He's stay solid. I can say about this man right here. Stay solid the whole time.
I appreciate
Always supportive. Yeah, man. And I love the fact that I've seen your growth and development as not just a business-minded person with music, but to your evolution as an artist in music. And I'm proud of you, dog. I think you're doing great. So definitely stay tuned to his channel that you're watching this from. But also drop a link for him to go subscribe to my channel. And just stay tuned to my YouTube channel because, you know, the Spotify, Apple Music, the shit you find on there of me is still owned by that motherfucker that I still will not name. So just stay, if you want to keep up and see what I got going on and shit like that, just follow my YouTube channel, turn the notifications on, subscribe, all that little cheesy ass shit that people say. Yeah, do that if you're interested. If not, then you don't have to. But if you want to just come, you bored and want to hate on somebody and tell them that they suck, hey, let me be that one you could take out your little beta male frustrations on. You feel me? Cause
what about Oscar? He got an Instagram?
Nah.
Oscar the dog?
He's too busy getting bitches, man.
Yeah.
He
I know he's outside every time I come over here.
Yeah, man. Oscar Mayer the wiener dog. Yeah, and he's slanging that.
Hell yeah, save some pussy for the rest of us, dog.
Yeah, so my official YouTube channel is Hardee Boy TV. HARDEEBOI TV. That's my channel. So if you know anything else you get shit from that is pertaining to me is bullshit, unless it's his or mine. And stay tuned to that. I'm sitting on no Diddy a lot of fucking fire right now.
I know you got a lot of unreleased music that I've heard. That's every time I hear it, I'm like, why don't you put that out, bro? You've been had a bunch of it for a long time.
Man, yeah, I heard that somebody leaked my shit. Now LA just fucking can't get rid of the fire. So that's what happened when
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, man.
Shit.
But hey, shout out to LA though, by the way. Pray for all the you know, decent human beings out there.
Yeah, it's a tragic situation.
They're good people. Yeah, there's good people out there.
There is. I've been out there. I've been out there a few times. I've been out to San Diego and stuff. So.
Yeah, but some of them though, they can burn.
Yeah. I appreciate you doing this, man.
Of course, man. Yeah. It's,
like I said, I feel like it's only fitting, like, you know, with the giving our history and stuff, and me trying to do this and trying to move around like this, that you be the first person and the person that I do this with.
Yeah.
So.
No Diddy.
Yeah.
And and just so y'all know, this was a very last minute rush type of thing. So be expecting a part 2 to come out, because we didn't even really just get past the surface of shit.
Yeah. We just
there's a lot more. And shit that I want people to know, because I do feel like it was just the ambiguousness of, because I do read the comments. I ain't one of them people who's gonna act like I don't read the fucking comments. Like, I know people's like, damn, what the fuck happened to him? Damn, homie, in high school, you was the man, homie.
Yeah.
What happened to you?
Yeah.
So I'ma tell y'all, and y'all can take it for what it is, but all I can guarantee you is that I'ma give it to you straight, no Diddy.
Yeah. Word.
Or Diddy. Wait,
All right, with that, that's a wrap, because I got to go get my son.